Hey, it's Hunter here, and today I'm joined by Jonathan. And Jonathan is one of our piano teachers. He's also a singer and songwriter. So thanks for joining us, Jonathan.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me.
And so you teach a specific type of piano, like Suzuki training, right? That's what it's called.
Yes, yep.
Okay. Do you wanna talk a little bit about that because I'm not familiar with it. Is that how you started playing piano?
Yeah, it is how I started playing piano. The basics of it, from what I have always that drew me into it, revolve around parent involvement,
Hmm.
listening, constant repetition, and encouragement. So sometimes it's like you have methods that are more specifically about the techniques.
Okay.
This method also includes kind of a culture of learning uh, that's created, and so I'm excited to kind of share that which I went through when I was learning to play the piano because it really aligns with how I think how it's best to relate to people in general, which is encouraging them through the lesson, really getting a chance to understand who that individual student is,
Hmm.
the way that they learn the best, the way that they best communicate, and then finding that, and then constant repetition, and that's one of the key tenets of speaking method as well.
Okay, and this is my own curiosity, and forgive my ignorance, but is Suzuki is that Japanese? Do you know?
Yeah, it is
Okay, well,
indeed.
because I mean, it sounds very Japanese, just like the repetition and the practice thing. I was just wondering, that's very cool. But then, where did you go with your music career after all your Suzuki training? Do you just want to talk a little bit about your background in that?
Yeah, so I started off playing classical music, competing since I was probably about 6 years old, all the way through middle school, 11, 12, 13 years old. And then I actually kind of made a pivot and I felt more drawn to writing my own songs.
Cool.
So it kind of started from learning songs that I heard on the radio, um, and then I started writing my own music. So that's taken me a number of different places. I mean, I've played piano in churches, I've played at weddings, I've also, like I said, written my own music on the piano. So I've played shows in New York,
Cool.
Los Angeles, San Francisco, Atlanta, and piano really became the foundation for this larger musical exploration that I've made, which has taken me on to stages with Bruno Mars,
No way.
Stevie Wonder, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, so and piano is absolutely the foundation. A track that even was featured on one of Teen Vogue's videos
Wow.
through Condé Nast for
Mhm.
um, the Young Hollywood series. So, and that you can hear piano in that track as
Mhm.
well. So,
Well, I mean, okay, so when you first learning, I mean, I doubt you expected to be performing, with whom you did and like where you did. At one point, did you realize that you're like, well, I'm pretty good at this? Do you know, like when that occurred to you?
yeah. So I think I've had I was surrounded by a lot of music when I was growing up. My parents loved music. My mother sings, and I did well in the competition when I was young. And a lot of that was because I did enjoy and really appreciate my teachers,
Yeah.
and I also enjoyed practicing. I didn't always enjoy it, but for the most part, I was excited about getting better at
Yeah.
learning whatever piece it was, be it Furious or Minuet in D, and even classical pieces. And then as I got older, uh, I was won a few competitions and recitals when
Mhm.
I was young. As I got older, and I was making my own music, and people started to really respond to that. And me knowing that a lot of it really came from, again, like once you're able to recognize that you can learn something new that was really really difficult, and then you can do it, it kind of opens up the world for you in terms of what you can accomplish musically
Yeah.
and really beyond. And so that probably happened. It happened early, like in my teens, early in my teens, when I realized people were
That's
responding
awesome.
to what I was creating.
Yeah, man, I think that's awesome. Especially, like you're talking about, practice always wasn't a joy. I think that was an advantage you had, though, that you did enjoy it. Because sometimes with little kids, it's at least I know I complained a lot when I was on the piano. But Jonathan, that's awesome, man. That's all the time we got for today. But you're in Brooklyn, right?
Yep.
Yes, cool. So if you guys are in the Brooklyn area and want to learn from Jonathan, I'll put a link to his profile, and he also teaches online. So we'll get you guys in contact with Jonathan. But thank you very much, man.
Cool. Thank you, Hunter.
Mhm.